Welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about my prediction for the One Piece. Alright, so this will include manga spoilers. So if you don't want to get manga spoiled, but if you have seen it, if you're reading the manga, cool. But this is manga spoilers. Manga spoilers. 17 seconds. Manga spoilers. Okay. Now, as we know, Oda is heavy on foretelling. And as we also know that the One Piece world will soon be underwater. What does this mean for Luffy? One, now everyone is in a scramble to get a submarine or race to the top of the world at the world government, as they're the only place that is safe, and of course the only place that is prepared for this eventual undergoing of the world. We also know that the mother flame, now this is an official translation, but this is what they called it, the eternal mother flame, is used to basically destroy the inhabitants of the One Piece world. So it's not so much space, or at least so much people, that's racing to the top of the world, trying to basically rescue themselves. Now, I think the main players from this are going to stay alive. The Straw Hats for sure have to stay alive, as there's too many plot lines that need to be wrapped up for them to start dropping at this point of the story, because Oda has said they're going to Elbath. So I mean, at least it's in the future for it to still be above ground. At least for a little bit. We don't know how long the flood will take. We know it's going to take some chapters. It may even take a year in One Piece world, but we know that a year in One Piece is about 3 years for us in real world. So there's that, but we can also count on those Straw Hats being alive, the Revolutionary Army definitely still being a major factor, maybe even trying to save people, and with their resources probably have already built submarines, and Rayleigh already knew the truth of the world, so Rayleigh's definitely on his way to do something important, so he's going to play a big role in the show. And I think the guy from the first arc that they passed the Grand Line, the whale, is going to play a major arc, as he lives in the whale and he has the ability to live underwater with quite free reign. I mean, shout out to him, because he was also on Roger's crew. He also knew how to basically knew the truth of the world, with only Rayleigh really helping the inhabitants of the world, because if they said it, they wouldn't believe it. So coming from Vegapunk, the most esteemed, respected scientist in the One Piece world, made the best sense for Oda's writing. It was perfection. But anyway, the end of One Piece will be Luffy not becoming Pirate King. I know, boo me in the comment section below. Luffy will not become Pirate King. Instead, as people say, he's a villain. He will be the savior of the new world, as everything will go underground. He will have to stretch himself so far that he gives his life to bring the whole world up under the waters. Shake it off, dream it out. He'll also kill the 5 elders in the process. There'll be a war, cool, but he'll kill the 5 elders in the process, with him stretching out his hands, stretching out so far to save. He's trying to save everyone around the world, that he stretches out so far around the world that he basically covers the earth with himself. He stretches out so far, gets them, but this is at the cost of his life. And then he dies, as foreshadowed. He was dying on an execution stake. Instead, he dies at the hands of his own imagination, and his imagination saved everyone, as Luffy is still a good guy at the center of everything. Everyone cheers, and then they destroy the world government. The world government is no more. Mihawk and Zoro do have their fight, but it'll end up being a sparring session. There will be no more pirates, and everyone tries to live in peace, knowing Luffy's sacrifice. Will it suck, Luffy not being able to obtain the One Piece? I think Shanks already saying it's time to obtain the One Piece. I think he's going to hide it somewhere that not even Luffy or anybody could touch it, because he knows he doesn't want the world sinking again. Now, I think the One Piece is the only thing, besides Luffy's stretching power, that can save that world from sinking. But I think Shanks is just going to hide it somewhere. And we'll just never know what it is. It'll be an off-screen thing, and Oda will probably forget or foreshadow about it in the future where Luffy is dead if he wants to continue the manga like that. But I think Luffy will definitely die before the show ends and before the One Piece is found.